so excited for this season of this show. How are you feeling about it? I know we just got like a sneak peek at the panels.
Right.
Lots going down already.
You know what? I love this season. I think it's going to be a fabulous season. I had such a good time. Last season, I was kind of coming in as a friend of, super and awed to be on a show with all my idols because I've been watching the show since season 1.
Yes.
And I kind of maybe didn't have my voice much, but this season I'm sort of like, hey, wait a minute, I can speak as much as anybody else. And so I think you're going to see a lot more of me. And I'm a little more opinionated than I was last season. But we had a lot of fun. And, I try not to get dragged into the drama, but sometimes it's inevitable. When everybody is in a little small cabin in Sedona, well, a giant mansion in Sedona, or a beautiful house in Tuscany, and people are arguing, you can't help but jump in and take sides. So I think that's what you can see from me a little bit, not so Switzerland as I was last year.
Great. How does your friendship with Sutton evolve or this season? Because we've seen the trailer that made the two of you kind of go at it a little bit.
Yes, I've been friends with Sutton for 18 years, and believe it or not, we've never had a single fight or a disagreement. But I think when you spend a lot of time with somebody and you're traveling and sleep deprived and, hungry, sometimes people rub you the wrong way and you get cranky, and you have that only with your very close friends. I have with my sister. Doesn't mean that we don't love each other. And so, you'll see it play out on screen.
Sure, yeah. It seems like everybody's talking about this trip and what kind of goes down between Kyle, Dorit, and Erica. What can you kind of tease about that, give context to?
I'm just going to say that was so unexpected, and that dinner where it all went down, everybody was in shock. And that's all I'm going to say. They were in shock. We were all crying. It was very intense. And what I realized when I saw this scene happen, I didn't realize how close and how strong the bonds were between these three ladies. Like, they all love each other. That's why it's so intense. If they didn't really care about each other, it wouldn't be so sad. And I really hope that they can make their way into finding some sort of solution, and, which I think is going to happen because they've been so close for so long. I think the fans will be really surprised and very emotionally involved in this situation.
It sounds like it. You were talking about friends being so close for so long, and Garcelle and Sutton were so close for so long. Is it sad to see that friendship come to an end? I know Sutton said on the panel that she did reach out to her a phone call a couple times. Garcelle seems to kind of ice that out.
Well, you know what? Nobody was more shocked than me, and I thought that maybe people were more shocked than me, but I thought I'd missed something because as a friend I only came in about halfway through, so I thought I must have missed something in the morning. And then when I was watching it on TV along with all the rest of the viewing audience, I didn't see what had happened. So I was texting Garcelle also because I wanted to know what had happened. I didn't know. Nobody knew what ticked her off. We didn't know. And Sutton says she doesn't know. I know a lot of people are reaching out to Garcelle. I think she just had it and just wants to move on. I love Garcelle. I got to know her so well last season. I wish her the best.
Have you spoken to her at all?
I haven't, but we were texting. We were doing some texting, but I think she just wants to put the whole Housewives chapter behind her. I think it would be very tragic if Garcelle and Sutton were not friends again, as Garcelle said when she was on Watch What Happens Live. But, never say never. They were really true good friends. Like Sutton threw a baby shower for her son. They used to ride in the West Hollywood Parade every year. They did so much stuff together on and off screen. So I just love them as friends, and I hope they make up.
Definitely. What friendship kind of surprised you the most this season that you got close with?
Kathy Hilton is so amazing and wonderful and a kind-hearted lady, and she presented me with my Project Angel Food Award this year. She wrote this wonderful speech. It's a lot of work to go to an award show and put on the makeup and the high heels, and then she was writing. She said, I wrote a whole bunch of stuff I just wanted, and she wrote this wonderful tribute for me. But Kathy, she's everyone thinks, she's soft, and she says, who's hunky-dory and makes little boo-boo voices, but she has a spine of steel. And you see it come out
in the trailer. Yeah.
Yes, she's a smart lady. She didn't get to be Kathy Hilton by being a shrinking violet.
That is very true. That is very true. And we have some newbies this season, too. And it seems like Amanda, I believe her name is.
We have a new girl named Amanda Francis, and she's self-monikered the Millionaire Money Queen. Okay. And she teaches women how to empower. Let me get this straight. She's kind of like a female Tony Robbins, and she teaches women how to accumulate money by manifestation. So it's sort of, I think her thing is sort of like The Secret, but you'll have to ask her. She's very opinionated, and she managed to rub a lot of people on the show. the wrong way. Yeah, but she's such an interesting person. I think the fans are going to love her. She's got 2 beautiful children, very handsome husband type person. So, but she did make a few waves, which is what I think this group needs. Rachel Zoe, icon, glamorous, fabulous. She brings that cool girl vibe to the group. Everybody loves her. And this new girl, Natalie Swanson, she's a friend of. She comes in about halfway through the season. And Natalie she's going through a divorce right now, but she is just a fun party girl. She's very worldly. She surprised us at a wine cellar by cutting off the top of the wine with a sword.
Fun.
You know, that's a skill that all the housewives need. Yes.